Hello, I'm Yusuf Johnson, and this is Color Current. There's a consistent claim from Donald Trump defenders that he is not racist. However, the evidence of his obvious racism is unbelievably easy to see, and yet corporate media often dances around this. Recently, the Trump administration has made plans to ban 48 countries. Let's review this list of countries and see if there's a pattern. The first country is Angola, in Africa, and the people there are Black. Then there is Benin, and it is in Africa, and the people there are Black. Burkina Faso is next. It is in Africa, and the people there are Black. There is Cabo Verde. It is a country in Africa, and these people are Black. Cameroon is next on the list. It is in Africa, and the people are Black. Côte d'Ivoire is, of course, in Africa, and its people are Black. There is the Democratic Republic of Congo. It is in Africa, and the people there are Black. They are also targeting Djibouti, which is in Africa, and the people there are Black. Trump also don't want Ethiopians here, who comes from Africa, and their people are Black. Egypt is also on the ban list. That is a country in Africa, and the people there are both people of color, and there are Black people there. There's also Gabon, which of course is in Africa, and the people there are Black. They also want to stop people from the Gambia from coming here. That is a country in, you guessed it, Africa, and they are Black. Then there is Ghana. That is a country in Africa, and they are Black. They want to block people from Liberia, which at one point was a place in Africa where African Americans shipped freed slaves back to that country in order to remove Blacks from America. That is a country in Africa, and they are Black. There is Malawi, which is a country in Africa, and they are Black. They also want to stop people from Mauritania, which is a country in Africa, and they are Black. I'm trying to get these names right. Then there is Niger, which is a country in Africa, and they are Black. Next on the list is Nigeria, and it also is a country in Africa, and the people there are Black. Added also to the list is Sao Tome and Principe, which is in Africa, and the people there are Black. We can then move on to Senegal, which will also be banned, and it is a country in Africa, and the people there are Black. South Sudan is next. It is a country in Africa, and the people there are Black. Tanzania is also on the list. They are a country in Africa, and the people there are Black. Next up is Uganda, and they are a country in Africa, and they are Black. Zambia falls on the list, and I know Zambians, and I have broken bread with many of them. They are excellent people, but Donald Trump doesn't think so, as they are added to the list, and it is a country in Africa, and they are Black. Zimbabwe is also on the list. They are a country in Africa, and they are Black. Chad is also restricted, which is a country in Africa, and they are also Black. The Congo Republic is also on the chopping block, which of course is a country in Africa, and they also are Black people. Equatorial Guinea is also a country in Africa that will be stopped from coming here, and they are Black people. Eritrea is an African country that will be banned, and guess what? They are majority Black people.
What? No.
Then there is Libya, which is also in Africa, and it is both in multiple cultures made up of people of color and also Black people. Next is Somalia, which is in Africa, and it is a country of Black people. There is Sudan, which is a country in Africa. You know what? It is made up of Black people. Now we take a break from Black people for a moment, and we visit Asia. Starting with Bhutan, which is people of color. Then there is Cambodia, which is in Asia and is made of people of color. Kyrgyzstan, which I'm sure some of you know nothing about, is in Asia and are people of color. There is Syria, which is in Asia and also are people of color. Now, many of you are familiar with Afghanistan, which that is in Asia, and those are people of color. Then there is Myanmar, which is in Asia and are also people of color. Now, we're familiar, especially in the last few days, with what's going on with Iran, and are hearing a lot lately about the conflict there between them and Israel. They are in Asia, and those are also people of color in their band. And finally, the last Asian country, Yemen, is in, that like I said, is in Asia and contains both people of color, both black people, and people of color in general. Now to the islands, starting with Antigua and Barbuda, who do not want to go there on vacation. I mean, evidently Trump does not want them coming here for vacation. They are a North American island and they contain black people. Then there is Dominica, another North American island, and they are largely black people and other indigenous people of color. St. Kitts and Nevis is the next North American island. They are also an island of black people. Continuing on the cruise ship route, there is St. Lucia, which is a North American island made up of black people. Then there is Haiti. This is an island that was sabotaged by multiple countries, including France and America, leaving them in poverty to this day. They are a North American island, and based on the multiple attacks Trump leveled against them, we know that they are full of black people. There is then Tonga, which is part of Oceania and is an island made up of people of color. Next is Tuvalu, which is also a part of Oceania and are people of color. Then lastly, Vanuatu, another part of Oceania and are people of color. Did you catch a pattern here? I mean, let me help you by giving you the breakdown so that we can make it even more clear. 32 out of the 48 nations are in Africa. That is 67%. 75% are countries with majority black populations, and an additional 6% are a mixture of both people of color and black people, which makes that 81% of the countries containing a significant amount of black people. To make it even more simple, 100% of the countries are countries that are all majority people of color. This isn't accidental. If you were to spin a globe and close your eyes and touch the globe, you cannot do that 48 times without touching a white majority country. I know, I've tried it as an experiment. Furthermore, it can't be said that is because these countries are at war, because how many of you have heard about countries at war called Russia and Ukraine? If it was about war-torn nations, then surely they would be banned. Based on attacks on the diversity and a full-throated push to kick out any immigrant from a brown country, and finally now this attempt to ban all black and brown countries, it does not take a genius to figure out that there is a clear racist agenda at play here that is not getting the kind of attention that is warranted from the corporate media that is afraid to call a horse a horse. Please pass along this video and let's start to call out the obvious racism for what it is. Thank you for watching my video, and please subscribe to my channel.